dandruff cause hair loss? What should be the approach for dandruff problem during winters as per the doctors? Let us discuss this in today's video. But before that, let me introduce you to one of the most wonderful features of machine learning, AI-based algorithm, in which you will know how you will look after a hair transplant even without undergoing surgery. And this will be done by the PeekAI feature of Saraswat Hospital App. We'll come to it in the middle of the video. Firstly, let us discuss the dandruff problem. My name is Dr. Preeti Saraswat and I work for Saraswat Hospital Agra for past more than a decade. If you haven't subscribed to Saraswat Hospital Agra yet, please do so because we have a bunch of educational and testimonial videos for you. Now, what actually is dandruff? Dandruff is that flaky substance which falls off your hair, your scalp when you comb them. It may fall on your shoulders, especially on the dark clothes you're wearing. Like in winters, if you're wearing a navy blue or black coat, it will be shown a lot. Sometimes when dandruff gets severe and it is actually seborrheic dermatitis, you may be having flakiness on your eyelids, eyelashes, and so on. Sometimes even on the beard. Now, this flaky substance is actually the upper layer of your scalp. It's a bunch of corneocytes. If you can see on your screen, we are showing you what is a corneocyte, where these corneocytes are, and on the skin, where and how they get shed off. All of us, we keep on shedding these corneocytes in very less numbers without even noticing. But in cases of dandruff, a bunch of corneocytes together, which are adhered together, gets flaked out, so they can be seen. Now, this dandruff sort of flakiness can be due to two opposite reasons. One is dryness, which increases in winters, and the second is increased oiliness on the scalp. So you see, because these two reasons are poles apart, so the treatments are also very different. Just hit on the like button and now we'll discuss further. We'll come to the treatment of dryness of scalp, which leads to flakiness or dandruff later on, because the commoner component of dandruff, the commoner reason for dandruff is actually increased oiliness on the scalp. So there are three main reasons for you having flakiness. One is increased oily secretion or the sebum secretion, which is there in everybody's scalp. The sebum glands are normal for the skin and they are increased in number on scalp and face. So you see, people who have a lot of acne on face usually tend to have more dandruff also on the scalp. Number two reason can be the fungus residing in all of us on the scalp. So it is of Malassezia group, usually Malassezia globosa. Apart from that, there is Staphylococcus capitis. So this bacteria also sometimes is responsible. And the third can be allergy or inflammation due to a number of products or other reasons such as high or low temperatures and so on. Now, what happens that when the sebum secretion is increased in the winters, due to dryness, the scalp becomes dehydrated, and to compensate that, the sebum secretion is increased by our own body. The fungus Malassezia devours the triglycerides in the sebum. When it keeps on eating the triglyceride from the sebum, it leads to increased production of oleic acid. Oleic acid is a byproduct which increases the irritation on the scalp. The scalp becomes inflamed and irritable, itchy at times, red at times. This becomes a vicious cycle. Now, what happens? This, as such, will not cause hair loss. It will cause itchiness, it will cause increased dandruff, but not hair loss until the inflammation sets in so much that the hair roots are damaged. Or when you itch and you pull the hair, then the hairs are pulled. Sometimes the hair shaft gets brittle and it breaks from in between. These reasons may cause hair loss, but as such, dandruff per se will not lead to hair loss. Dandruff treatment is important because the scalp should be healthy. You should not be at discomfort because of the flakiness, the itchiness, the redness of your scalp. If you have any such problem or a problem related to hair loss and you need a hair transplant, you can call us on the numbers below, WhatsApp us your pictures, or you can write down in the comment section below. Now let us discuss the most important part which all of you would be looking forward to, the treatment of dandruff especially dandruff in winters. As I said before, sometimes dryness of the scalp is the reason for flakiness, which is seen on your clothes and over your hair. For these patients, we usually ask them to apply oil to hydrate, moisturize their scalp, use conditioners, sometimes leave-on conditioners, and to take care of their scalp so that it is not dry anymore. For those who are suffering from intense dandruff due to oiliness of the scalp, oil will actually worsen the case scenario. So what they need to do, if they want to apply oil, it would be good because it would be loosening the flakes. It would be moisturizing the flakes. So that oil has to be applied just 5 minutes before you go for a head wash. After that, you apply a shampoo which usually should have either natural ingredients which help in your dandruff, which may include Rita, Shikakai, Amla, Bhringraj, rosemary leaf oil, lavender oil, hydrolyzed proteins, or you may be told to use antifungal shampoos which contain ketoconazole. Other than that, sometimes exfoliating agents will help you, such as coal tar and salicylic acid. Why? Because they help shed off the external layer, but they also decrease the cell turnover, or rather dandruff as such will be reduced. If you have treated dandruff, or you know that dandruff is not the reason for your hair fall and you want to know more about hair loss treatments, you can click on the link above. So the take-home message of today's video should be that dandruff cannot be treated permanently forever, but maintaining of healthy scalp with proper hygiene and treatment of any underlying cause will always help you in reducing the recurrence and improving the health of your scalp and hair. If you have lost some of your hair and you want to know which grade of hair loss you are in, you can click the link on the right. And if you want to see a new hair transplant testimonial video of Saraswat Hospital, you can click the link on the left.